Welcome back to This Day in Irish History. I'm your host, Raymond Welsh. Before we dive into today's story, if you'd like to explore other significant events that happened on this day in Irish history, visit thisdayirishhistory.com. The link is in the episode description. Now, let's journey back to May 11th, 1745, when Irish soldiers fighting under foreign banners played a decisive role in the Battle of Fontenoy, one of the bloodiest engagements of the War of the Austrian Succession. To understand why Irishmen were fighting for the French king in a battle against Britain and its allies, we need to look back several decades earlier. After the defeat of the Jacobite forces at the Battle of the Boyne in 1690 and the subsequent Treaty of Limerick in 1691, many Irish Catholic soldiers chose exile over life under punitive English rule. Known as the Wild Geese, these men, many from noble or military backgrounds, entered the service of Catholic powers on the continent, particularly France. Over time, they formed what became known as the Irish Brigade in the French army, a force that would gain a fearsome reputation across Europe for its discipline, loyalty, and combat effectiveness. The Battle of Fontenoy, fought near Tournai in modern-day Belgium, pitted the French army, led by Marshal Maurice de Saxe, against the Pragmatic Allies, a coalition of British, Dutch, Austrian, and Hanoverian troops commanded by the Duke of Cumberland, son of Britain's King George II. The French sought to secure dominance in the Austrian Netherlands, while the Allies were determined to halt their advance. The French had fortified their position well, creating redoubts and entrenchments around the village of Fontenoy. Despite this, the Allies launched a bold frontal attack, and for a time it appeared they might break through the French lines. British infantry, renowned for their discipline, punched a hole in the French centre, driving forward with what looked like unstoppable momentum. Morale soared among the Allies, and victory seemed within reach. That is until the Irish Brigade was called into action. Composed of 5 regiments, Clare, Berwick, Dillon, Roth and Lally, the Irish Brigade was stationed in reserve. As the situation became dire for the French, Marshal de Saxe ordered them to counterattack, with cries of Quimnagi, Arlumneach, Agus, Arfiel, na Sassenach. Remember Limerick and the treachery of the English. The Irish surged forward, bayonets fixed, in a ferocious charge against the exposed British flank. Their assault was as symbolic as it was tactical. These were Irishmen fighting against the very empire that had once driven them from their homeland. Their courage and coordination turned the tide of the battle. The British forces, shaken and exhausted, began to falter under the Irish onslaught. The French centre rallied, and by late afternoon, the Allies were in retreat, suffering heavy casualties as they withdrew. The Irish Brigade's role at Fontenoy was not merely a military success, it became the stuff of legend. Even in Britain, begrudging admiration was expressed for the valour of the Irish troops. In France, the victory was celebrated with particular reverence for the brigade's contribution. Irish exiles had proven their loyalty to France while exacting a measure of revenge against the British on a foreign battlefield. For Ireland, the Battle of Fontenoy became a poignant symbol of what might have been. The Wild Geese represented a lost generation of Irish warriors, exiled yet unbroken, who never stopped dreaming of an Ireland free from foreign domination. While their heroism was co-opted into the service of a foreign crown, their memory lived on in Irish folklore and nationalist sentiment. In centuries to come, Irish Republicans would recall the charge at Fontenoy as proof of the Irish spirit's resilience and martial prowess. The battle was one of France's most celebrated victories in the 18th century and marked a high point in the military history of the Irish abroad. It also underlined the tragic irony of Ireland's position in Europe. Its sons had to fight under foreign flags to earn the glory denied them in their homeland. And thank you for joining me on this journey through Ireland's rich past. Please like and subscribe, and until next time, I'm Raymond Welsh. Slán go foil.